Hello everyone! Welcome back to our Math 8 YouTube channel! At kung di ka pa nakapag-subscribe, mag-subscribe na para updated kayo sa ating weekly lesson. And for today's video, we are going to have triangle congruence for week number 8. This is our last lesson in our third quarter. The most essential learning competency applies triangle congruence to construct perpendicular lines and angle bisectors. Are you ready to learn? Okay, let's go! Okay, so in this lesson, we are going to apply triangle congruence to construct perpendicular lines and angle bisectors. So we are going to need the following materials. You must have the ruler, protractor, compass. Materials needed: paper, ruler, compass, protractor, marker, pencil. Okay, for our learning task number 1, follow me. So you're just going to follow what are we going to do in this video. For this task, we need a compass, a pencil, a ruler. We're going to construct an equilateral triangle. After constructing the triangle, we are going to construct the angle bisector, and at the same time, perpendicular bisector of one of its angle. So, let's do the equilateral triangle. Okay, for step 1, construct a line segment of desired length. So to construct a line segment, we are going to use a ruler and then the paper. So let's say we are going to construct a line segment measuring 4 inches. So mark here 1 and then yung 4. Then we connect. So we are going to use the marker para mas litaw yung line. So this will be, the first endpoint will be point A and the second endpoint will be point B. Step 2, get a compass. So we have here the compass and open it pointing one endpoint on A and the other endpoint of B. So this is one endpoint and the other one yung pencil. So yung one endpoint ilagay natin sa point A, the other endpoint ilagay natin sa point B. And then, doon sa opposite niya, umamark tayo na hindi nababago yung kanyang length. Okay? So, may mark na tayo dito. Next, without changing the opening of the compass, so hindi nyo babaguhin yung opening niya, make a mark intersecting first mark above the segment. So, magme-make tayo ng mark na magi-intersect doon sa ating unang ginawa. Without, yan. So, as you can see, we have here the point of intersection. So, mark natin yan. Construct line segment. Step number 4. Construct line segment AC and line segment BC by connecting the points AC and points BC. So, the point of intersection na ginawa natin kanina will be point C. And then, using a ruler, so we are going to connect point B going to point C using a ruler. Okay, so we connect and point A and C. Okay, so by constructing the line segment AC and line segment BC, by connecting point A to point C, that is line segment AC, connecting point B to point C, so that is line segment BC. This is now an equilateral triangle. So when we say equilateral, the measure of the side AB is congruent to the measure of side AC and congruent to the measure of side BC. So pare-parehas lang yan ng measurement. Step number 5, by using a ruler, so you have the ruler, measure line segment AB. So we measure line segment AB. Okay, so that is 4 inches and locate its midpoint. So, ang midpoint niya, syempre, ay dun sa 2. Ito. So, lagyan natin ng mark ang kanyang midpoint. So, mark natin yung midpoint. So, yan yung gitna. Name it as point D. So, this will be point D. Then, connect point D and point C. So, again, using a ruler, we connect point D and point C. Yan. Okay. So, we form how many triangles? So, we have here in the figure, we have 2 triangles. Triangle ACD and triangle BCD. Okay? Based on the given figure, we can say that triangle ACD is congruent to triangle BCD. Why? Because we can say that side AC is congruent to side BC because of equilateral triangle. We can also say that segment AD is congruent to segment BD because D is the midpoint of AB. And we can say that CD is congruent to CD because of reflexive property. So therefore, triangle ACD is congruent to triangle BCD, that is by SSS congruence postulate. Therefore, we can say that angle ACD is congruent to angle BCD, that is by CPCTC. Okay? Since angle ADC and angle BDC are right angles, then we can say that segment CD is perpendicular to segment AB. At the same time, segment CD bisect segment AB, so segment CD is also called perpendicular bisector. Moreover, since angle ACD is congruent to angle BCD, then we can say that segment CD is an angle bisector of angle ACB. So, in this figure, we construct perpendicular bisector and at the same time, an angle bisector, and that is segment CD. Okay, so for your learning task number 2, let's do this. So, using your ruler and compass, you're going to construct an equilateral triangle. So, the same with our learning task number 1, but in this task, kayo na lang ang gagawa. Wala na tayong mapapanood na video, no? But, the same lang din ang ginawa natin sa learning task number 1. No? But here, we are going to name the triangle as triangle JUG, whose measure of side JG is 5 inches. So, you must have the ruler. The measure of JG is 5 inches. Then, you create triangle JUG. Now, after you create triangle JUG, construct a median. So, a median by connecting the midpoint of segment JG. So, for the segment JG measuring 5 inches, kunin nyo ang gitna nun, that is 2.5 inches. At pangalanan nyo yung gitna na yon as point N. So, from segment JG, magkakaroon ka ng midpoint na point N. Then, connect point N to the opposite vertex U. So, yung katapat niya na vertex na U, yun ang i-connect nyo, mahahati na yung triangle JUG. And that is our learning task number 2. Okay, for learning task number 3, measure me. So, using the figure that you made in learning task number 2, you're going to measure the following parts. Now, that is based on the triangle JUG that you made in our learning task number 2. So, find the measure of the following. Number 1, the measure of angle JUN using the protractor. Number 2, measure of angle GUN, again using the protractor. Number 3, measure of angle UNJ Number 4, measure of angle UNG. Then number 5, using the ruler, the length of JU. Number 6, the length of UG. Number 7, the length of JN. And number 8, the length of UN. And for your journal, I learned that. So you're going to write what did you learn for this video, week number 8, creating perpendicular bisector and angle bisector based from an equilateral triangle using a ruler, protractor, a compass, and a marker. And that's it. That is the end of our video, week number 8, the last lesson for the third quarter, constructing perpendicular bisector and angle bisector in triangle congruence. I hope you learned a lot for our third quarter from week 1 to week 8. Thank you very much. God bless everyone. Happy learnings!